Hello and welcome to Watch. Today I'm trying again beating Minecraft for a new try because the last one I kind of got annoyed, and after starting I quickly did everything fun. I found like one drowned place, but the video footage was very laggy at the start, so it doesn't even show up on it because it's lagging for so long. Then I found this village, and of course I killed the iron golem to get some stuff like iron, and I got just 3 pieces, so I wasn't really able to make anything from it. After that I made a hoe so I could get the hay bales, and I'm lazy, so I didn't want to use that much time on it, and I gathered the beds from the village, and while going to sleep so that I don't need to fight the mobs like zombies, I noticed at the morning that there was something burning on the savannah, so I went to check, and there actually was a lava pool, so that was amazing because now I could quickly get an nether portal. So even though I did find the nether portal, not the nether portal, the lava pool, I still needed some stuff like stone and coal and iron to make some more stuff. So I got that from a cave that was pretty close to the lava pool. It wasn't that big, but it had enough stuff for me. And also the savannah had enough food, so that was a pretty good place. After that I got some water and went to this water temple thing. I'm not sure what they're, ruins, let's say they are ruins. And because I was like, there's probably some iron I could get from here. I didn't need to break this suspicious sand for basically nothing. There was just letter, what else was called, letter chest place. After that I started to try to make a portal. I don't know how to make them fast, so I was just trying to figure it out, and probably a very bad mistake to try to figure it out. I almost destroyed the whole lava pool, which luckily I didn't turn everything into obsidian, so I was still able to gather it all together. So I started to build it slowly but surely, and it was going pretty great. Except I tried to break this block. I thought that I broke it, so when I put the lava there, it just turned into obsidian, and I needed to break it for a very long time. Luckily, you don't need to wait for that long. So after that, I obviously finished the portal, and after putting my stuff, some of the stuff into a chest, I went to the nether to see what it was like this time. I was hoping it wasn't as bad as last time. And it took for so long, like for the animation to go off, so I was like, yeah, I might as well just organize my inventory a little bit, and then it suddenly loaded. Well, I was not in the portal. So first things first, after looking at this like area a little bit, I was like, oh, this is so bad. Then I saw this little breakaway and found some gold, which I obviously mined. And there was actually a pretty big opening outside of the little opening from the cave. And there were some hoglins on the opening. There was kind of like a ravine looking thing. And of course, more cold. This is already a lot further from where the portal is. And then I traded with piglins because I wanted, more fire rest potions. And I heard this gas, so I decided to dig to the wall so I couldn't get blown up by the gas. And the little hole I dug was actually so useful because now I was able to trade with the piglin even afterwards. Like, even after it started attacking. Although I didn't get anything that useful, but I did get soul sand boots. Not soul sand, soul speed. Yes, the soul sand boots. The boots made out of soul sand that make you slower. On another note though, I did find the fortress, which is amazing. And I did climb over to it because it was higher than the spot that I was before in. And I realized halfway through climbing this that I don't have enough blocks, so I started to go onto the side so I could like hit the little support thingies they have like going on. So, you know, I wouldn't need to use so many blocks. I could just take some of these. And it would probably also be safer than just going from the side. Once I was in the fortress, I started to make these things that I usually make when I go into a fortress with like, which, you know, protect you mainly from wither skeletons, but also a little bit from blazes. After making the little shelter, I was like, oh, there are some normal skeletons, I could get a bow. I did not see the drop there and almost died, which is amazing, you know. So I just dug myself into the wall and waited there for a little bit. You know, ate some steak to gain my HP back. And it was maybe like stupidly brave to leave before my HP was even full. I was looking like, oh, that's the place that I fell from. I don't probably have enough blocks to get up there fast enough for the skeletons to not shoot me. So I'm just gonna dig through this basalt stuff. And I don't know how I didn't hear the lava because I hear it now later a lot better. And my reaction time just sucked. I was so much in shock. So after getting back, this time I didn't actually immediately give up because I didn't have that much stuff on me. So I just got some more from the chest that I have left there and went to get some more stuff from a ravine that was in the cave that was near the lava pool that I had found beforehand, but I didn't want to go there because I didn't need to. And there was actually a lot of iron in there, which is amazing because I didn't need to spend that much time getting it. There was also like the fact that I needed some more stone, so I also went to mine for that. Not from the ravine though, because I didn't want to spend more time in there in case there would be some dark spot and there would be a creeper after that. I went into the nether, back to the nether, got some more gold so I could trade with piglins and maybe get a what is it called? Fire resistance? Is it called resistance? I don't know. You know, the potion so that I might not burn into a crust after a blaze hits me. Just like that. And you know, after this little experience, I realized that I might just put some acacia doors into these things. Just like maybe one or two. I mean, like you craft them in bulks of trees, so you know, just to stop the blazes from getting inside of them if I'm trying to protect myself. You know, they cannot come through every single little doorway I have there. I also ran out of blocks again and I went to trade with the piglins because I felt like it was faster and more nice to get blocks by doing that. I also ran out of food, that's why I was also trading with the piglins. Turns out they don't give you any food, so I just needed to get it myself. And I know there are those hoglins on the nether, but I didn't see them and I'm lazy. So after getting back, I found the spawners. They were both pretty high up and I used the fire resistance potion so I could, you know, not get burned while putting a little spot that I could fight from while not having the fire resistance potion anymore. And I actually got, in my opinion, lucky with the blaze rods, although it's probably pretty average of how many I got them. And you might be wondering, didn't you have blaze rods beforehand? Yes, I left them on the chest while I was on the overworld, in case I died again. After this, I was trying to get some Wither pearls. I did trade with piglins too, but they didn't want to give me any pearls. And you know, then it was time to find stronghold. Yes, that's what it's called, stronghold. And I also found a jungle while looking for the stronghold, which I was like, oh, that's cool. Anyway, I'm gonna keep going. But after throwing the next pearl, it actually went towards the jungle. So that's where I went, to the jungle. I threw one more eye on the jungle and it went kind of back to the way I came from. And I was looking like, okay, if I came from here and the eye went there, then the stronghold should be down from this spot. So I started to break down some of the trees, so after I would come back up from there, it would be a little safer. Also, I needed some wood, so also for that reason, I was cooking food at the same time, because I had full inventory and I had same food, raw and cooked, so just useful. Then it was time to dig to find the stronghold. Oh, I can finally say that word. Amazing. Anyway, it wasn't that deep, so I found it pretty quickly. After which I obviously tried to find out where exactly the room was. Somehow I was digging through the wall and I started to explore the place. So since this room only had one way to go, which was forward, I did just that, and I came into this room, which it's kind of weird. I don't know why it has generated like this, so that I come to the room so that it's like 2 blocks above of the hallway that I was coming from. But I checked out the room, there was just one which was empty, and then I was like, okay, there's one at the top, let's go there to check that there's nothing in there. And there was nothing in there, so again I needed to go like down from the like bridge looking thing, and I found out that you can put torches into doors, which I didn't know that. That's amazing. And I kept exploring. I went into this hallway. There was a library, which amazing because they have good books on them. So I went straight to the second story. Could this be classified as second story? I don't know. I somehow thought that the chest was on the other side than it was, and there were some good books there, but I didn't want to leave them there because I was afraid I'm just gonna forget them. So I just looked at how good that one book was. Like none of the enchantments go together, but there were a lot of them in one book. That was interesting. So I took the books with me and went to the first floor. I'm still not sure if they can be classified as floors. Anyway, this one only had 2 books, but they were also, in my opinion, good because, you know, density, and already one of the books I got had some other maze enchantment, so it's amazing. And I was like trying to decide, what do I leave here? And I was like, I don't need the fire resistance potions, I'm just gonna leave them here and go on about my life. So I went to the next room, which was this one at the left. I got through the door. I was like, what's here? Another door, let's go left, just like in labyrinths. And it's like, wait, that looks weird. Okay, I'm just probably gonna go there for some other way. And there was a trial chambers there, which I didn't know they can spawn like this. So which is very baffled by that. And went to the next room. There was actually some bread on the chest and another smithing template, so that's nice. After exploring some more, there was this weird room with just 3 wooden doors. None of them had anything behind them. I also found another library, which this time no enchanted books, but there were 2 smithing templates, one in the second story, upper floor, I don't know, one in each chest. So I kept exploring again, and I came back to the room that I was first in, and I was like, wait, maybe it's like behind a wall. Sometimes they can be behind walls, and I was, seriously? The first room I was in, it was behind a wall, in that specific room. Because of course it was. And I was like, I don't need to destroy this one, maybe I can use it for something. And started to fill the eyes to the portal, and I was actually missing a couple of them, so I made 2 more because I didn't see the third one that I needed, and put them in. It's like, okay, so I need 1 more. I was about to craft it, but then I heard a silverfish spawn and I didn't want to go into the lava because I don't particularly like swimming in the lava. And the silverfish just didn't let me break the spawner, and it started to spawn more silverfishes. And I needed to, make sure the lava doesn't start floating everywhere. It was like, okay, no more silverfishes. I can finally break this thing. It was able to spawn 1 more silverfish before I broke it though. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna kill this quickly. Why can't I hit it? Suddenly there are 3 of them, 4 of them, 5 of them. They are coming from everywhere. So I pulled up because I was sure I was gonna die if I just kept on fighting with them. And they were coming from everywhere. And I couldn't hit them for some reason. I feel like I should have probably put the hitboxes on, but I didn't want to Google how to do that. Then I at one point just figured it out how to hit them. And I kept fighting on with them until none of them were left, and they left holes everywhere. Walls, stairs, the floor. That one I actually needed to put a block in just in case there would be more of them, because I didn't want to die. So I crafted the last eye, not ice, and the portal was ready. So I set up a place for myself and was ready to go. And for some reason I was just standing in the portal for a second there. Don't know why that was. And it took a long time for the end to load. And when it finally did, it's good thing I took blocks, because even though this isn't that far away, it's still good to have them. And immediately after pulling myself out of the little platform, I went to the first pillar and started to build up. Just to get to the top and break the first crystal. But the dragon was like, oh, I see you climbing there. You're trying to break one of the crystals. So I'm just gonna push you out of the pillar. And it's good thing I had ender pearls, because I was able to save myself. It was like, maybe I just break the ones with the cages first, since they're close to the ground. And you can also do that in Java version, like the Bedrock version, which I learned. And it only took 2 arrows. Lucky me. So I went to the other one. And for some reason I was not able to get it. it just didn't work. So I started to build up, because of course you do that. And I looked, yep, there it is. And again, the dragon attacked me. And something broke, I'm not sure what it was though. So I got some more blocks because I didn't have enough to get back on top of the pillar anymore. And I went to try again. This time I got without the dragon trying to kill me. And I put fully on top of it. I don't know why, I was probably thinking about getting the cage pieces for some extra blocks. And this time the dragon just flew me off. And I didn't have any more pearls, so I died. But luckily I didn't lose any stuff, so I just went straight back and got my stuff and started to build up on the pillars again. I also found out that I have some black stone left in my inventory. So I built up to the pillar. I was like, my blocks can probably get me onto that pillar. I'm not sure though, so I'm just gonna build up like a little bit at a time. I didn't have enough blocks, so I just went down again and put some other pillars and blocks and tried again. This time the dragon attacked me again, but I didn't fly off. And I was able to get a couple of the crystals pretty quickly, just curling into the pillars. Then I built over to the next pillar, just to get it because I didn't have any more pearls. And after that I built up, went to the ground, got some more pearls and kept purling over to the rest of the pillars. And I needed to take the blocks with me because I didn't realize I needed more blocks, so I just had 2, which both of I needed. And I got the last pillar. Amazing, fabulous. Then after that I waited on top of the pillar till the dragon landed and tried to let bomb it. I didn't have any more food and I was like, this is a great idea. It's not a great idea. I couldn't even pearl because I had only half a heart. Half a heart. And I almost forgot to take more food with me. So kind of it wasn't that bad of a thing since I didn't have food anyways. So I just got right back into the action and tried to blow up the dragon again. Didn't work as well as intended. And I even tried to go back there, like immediately. I almost died again. And the hitboxes didn't work again, so I couldn't even hit it on the head. Instead I needed to hit it on the belly, which, it doesn't do as much damage, but at least I was able to hit it, which is great. After, flying off the middle, I also flew off the middle thanks to the dragon. Once again, luckily I had ender pearls, so I was able to survive. And the next time the dragon landed, I was actually get like 3 critical hits on it enough times so that it wasn't able to fly away again, and I was actually able to kill the dragon. Hooray! And if you want to know how much time this took, over 4 hours. I am very slow. But at least I got some levels, and maybe next time I could go to the trial chambers. Anyway, have a nice day. Goodbye.